Well, tomorrow the playoffs start for us, but for you guys listening, the one of you, that means it is today the playoffs are starting. Here with us, we have a very wide range of following hockey, following the NHL. There's me, who has been following it all season. Danny, who has sort of been doing that. Reid, who has been on the lesser end of that, and Ben.
Hi. Reid would like to say that he's watched most of the Penguins games. Good day.
Yeah, he's disgusting like that. So,
Ouch. I just don't have time anymore to
so
watch.
starting on the West Coast, and I'm gonna remind you guys again, like most of us don't know what's going on. So this is gonna be great. We're gonna get a lot of different opinions probably. So first game, we're gonna start in the Western Conference. We have the Calgary Flames versus the Colorado Avalanche. One team had a dominating season, first overall in the West, and the other team barely scraped by in the very end stretch of their season.
Yeah, I mean, Calgary won all the games against Colorado, but not by ridiculous margins.
Yeah, judging by the statistics, I hope that Avalanche fans enjoy power plays, because that's the only statistical advantage they have.
I mean, you can never expect anything though, because like last Stanley Final, everyone's like, "Oh, the Penguins are gonna beat the Capitals," and then they didn't. And then everyone's like, "Oh, the Knights are gonna win," and they didn't.
Yeah, but this is the Avalanche.
Yeah, that is also true though.
Here we had a pretty easy one, I think. Calgary.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely picking Calgary too.
I think, yeah. The second game match round is kind of hard for me.
Yeah, San Jose Sharks and Vegas Golden Knights. This is the series that I've been tipping back and forth on the most.
It's really weird because Sharks are water dwellers and Knights are generally on land.
Thank you.
That's very good insight there, Ben.
It depends on where they're fighting.
Going off of what Ben said, I do feel like Knights have a better advantage in hockey because they have.
Yeah, the Knights are known to play a really good hockey.
Yes, they do the hockey very well. They use the sticks, and sometimes they hit the puck a little bit.
So here's the thing: is that
them.
Yeah, I can really see goaltenders being a great factor in this series. Mick Flower definitely stole a couple series for the Knights last year, especially in second round against the Sharks, where the Knights bested them in 6 games. But the Sharks, they have a very punching forward, especially with the acquisition of who is it? The Senators guy. This is how much I watch hockey, guys. Not that much. And who is Eric Carlson? That's the name. They have a whole lot of depth on forward, but that's basically where it ends. As you can see by the stats here, the goals against Sharks suffer to Vegas there. And Mick Flower is known to, even 10 years later after winning his first cup, steal a couple series. So I'm going to go with the Knights.
I can see it going either way, personally. So
I'm going with the Sharks because if the Shark is big enough, it'll block the entire goal.
He's
got a real point.
Also, the Shark can break up through the ice there. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, Sharks constantly have to move to stay alive.
Yeah, I don't know if the Knights could really swim with all that armor on.
That is true, but if it is a land-based fight, I do think the Knights have it in the bag.
All right, so now we're going on to the Central Division of the Yeehaw Battle Dome. We have the Nashville Predators versus the Dallas Stars.
Yeehaw, bro, man! I gotta go with Nashville here. They just got some nice NASCAR. There's real
What kind of stars are we talking about?
Like the Dallas Cowboys, but they're stars and they play hockey in Texas.
And they're green. So surprisingly, a whole lot of the statistics go in the Stars' favor, but that was just because they barely got in. Well, that's not because they got in. They got in just barely in the stretch. Thank you, Reid. Very cool.
I'm sorry.
Professional YouTuber.
The Nashville Predators have been playing well all game, especially acquiring Wayne Simmons on the trade deadline. That's definitely boosting their game a bit.
It's always nice to have one of the 2 black guys in hockey. Real great.
Both of them on your team, even. I mean, seriously.
Ooh.
Yeah, so in the last 10 games, Nashville's won 7, Dallas has won 6. They're kind of equally hot, but Nashville's hotter. And not to say that Wayne Simmons is a hot person as well.
Hotter. All right.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Nashville on this.
Yeah, they are definitely built for a late game for a late playoff run, unlike the Stars.
Looks like a Nashville here, boys.
Hey, boys. All right, so sorry, boys, about this next series. Winnipeg Jets versus the St. Louis Blues.
Well, we gotta go with the Canadian pride here and take the Winnipeg Jets. It's a real wash here. They're absolutely on fire, and they really got the Canadian advantage here. They can eat some donuts and maple syrup on the sideline.
I gotta say, I feel like if I had a Jet, I would not have the Blues. So.
Well, so I'm guessing you're picking the Jets. All right. I'm going with the St. Louis Blues. This is because since January.
The question is not based on material. Okay, never mind.
Since January, the St. Louis Blues have had a better record than the Tampa Bay Lightning. Remember, the Blues by December were like last place in the league, and they extremely turned it on. And they are the hottest team in the NHL right now.
That's not good because they're playing on ice.
Yeah, they're going to melt the ice. So, but here's the thing: is that unless Line gets like really on fire in this series, I don't see the Blues losing to the Jets, especially with their very late success. I'm going to pick the Blues.
You see, like the Sharks and the Knights, I see this could go either way. I'm a little more in favor of St. Louis Blues just because, like you said, they've outdone themselves, I guess is a good way of saying it, on the second part of the season. And that's like, if they can keep that momentum going, they kind of beat the Jets.
Oh, heck yeah, brother man. I guess we're going to the Western Division now.
The West?
The right.
You mean the East?
East.
We are already in the West.
So,
yeah.
Tampa Bay Lightning.
Vegas in the East. Wait a minute.
Tampa Bay Lightning and Columbus Blue Jackets. So the Tampa Bay Lightning just is not allowed to lose.
Yeah.
So that's why I choose them. I mean, sure, the Columbus Blue Jackets got a lot of stuff at the trade deadline, but I think it's all in vain. Tampa Bay Lightning is like not losing.
Are not losing there?
I mean, as long as the Jackets don't have, as long as they're not like the highest point, then they're pretty good against Lightning.
And their secondary logo is a cannon, so does that have anything to say about?
Oh maybe. Yeah, no, they're fucked. I'm going with Lightning.
Lightning versus a jacket.
I mean, I've seen plenty of people in jackets get struck by lightning.
That is true.
You've seen people get struck by lightning?
No, have you?
Like firsthand?
I was there. Oh, next we got another Canadian team, right?
Hey, wait, did everyone say who they're putting down as the winner here?
Oh, the Tampa Bay Lightning.
All right, so this next matchup, Boston Bruins versus Toronto Maple Leafs. This is like the third time in recent history these two teams have faced each other, and both other times Boston won. But the thing is, Boston Bruins is the yellow one.
What the fuck is that?
It's like a bear. I don't know.
A bear versus a leaf.
But here's the thing: is that John Tavares is a Leaf. They also have a really nice young defensive core.
And of course, the Canadian spirit
that they got. They didn't have a nice defense before the trade deadline, but they did acquire. I forget his name. But the thing is I go back to what I said about goaltenders. Is that I can. God, who goaltends for the Bruins? It's not Tim Thomas.
I can't think of his name.
Me neither.
Thanks, Ben.
Oh, I think his name is Jeff. Is it Jeffrey Dahmer? No, that's the murderer.
Wait, we are on the internet, guys. Look it up.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, it's Tuukka Rask. I'm an idiot.
Oh, Tuukka Rask. Oh
I'm
my
an
God.
idiot.
Not the greatest thing.
I am such an idiot. Yeah, he lost his blade last. Anyway, so I can definitely see Tuukka Rask winning the series over Freddie Anderson, because if Anderson isn't well, they can't put in Sparks. Like he's not a good enough goalie. But the thing is that I think their offense is piercing enough. Just look at their goals per game stats compared to Boston's. So I'm going to give it's going to be a 7-game series, but I'm going to give this one to Toronto.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a big boy move there.
So does everyone have their picks?
I'm going with Toronto, the Maple Leafs. I mean, you got to go to Canadian pride.
Like crowd mentality. I just want to see 2 blue people go against each other too. That'd be kind of fun.
I'm still going with the Bears against the Leafs. Like, that's just, like, I don't understand you guys.
But it's Maple Leaf. Bears will just get their hands sticky.
They are still Leaves.
The Bears will get their hands sticky, though.
Better to hold the stick with.
Oh. Dude, that might change my vote.
Oh, they have a lot of grip, you know?
All right, the next matchup, right? That's the Washington versus the Carolina Hurricanes. And given former President George Bush from the capital of America, his attitude towards hurricanes, especially Katrina, I have to say the Capital's going to win this one. It's pretty easy with Ovechkin.
Yeah, Ovi's going to destroy everything.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily Katrina. It's a hurricane. Could be a big boy.
When's the last time a hurricane ravaged DC?
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue Katrina. Heyo.
But yeah, Washington. I mean, Carolina fought really hard to get in. This is their first playoff appearance in 10 years. But the thing is that Aho can't carry the team past like Washington, past like Ovi, Oshie. We got like Holtby. I mean, these are just names that Washington has, I guess.
As far as Carolina could be carried by one guy, I mean, Washington's got the ultimate one-man carry with Ovechkin.
Hey, you can't say that was a one-man carry. Like, as Evgeny Kuznetsov had
the
like...
only name I really know on the Washington Capitals.
Okay.
And it was a one-man carry.
I'm just picturing that guy in Florida in his like star-spangled boxers in the middle of the street, holding the American flag, facing a hurricane. And I gotta go with the Hurricane.
Oh, you know, it is. I would really like the Hurricanes to beat the defending champs. Like I want them to win.
Wouldn't we all of us want the Hurricanes?
I want the Hurricanes to win the cup. Damn it, but they're not.
That would be so shocking. But I doubt it's gonna. If they are extremely lucky and play extremely well, they get to the second round. But I'm going with Washington.
Yeah, so our last matchup in the first round, we have the New York almost first in the Metro Islanders and the Fuck the Pen Penguins.
As much as you gotta fuck the Pen Penguins, you can't argue with guys like Crosby and Malkin who've been just so.
Who are the only 2 names on the team?
Wait, so a Penguin playing what?
An
Islander, like just an angry New Yorker.
Pittsburgh in the next round.
Just a dude on an island versus a penguin.
Yeah.
No,
the thing is, though, is that...
Penguins, there are multiple penguins.
Oh, but is there only one Islander, though?
No, there are multiple Islanders, too.
Oh, so it's
the people of New York City versus the Penguins.
See, now here's the thing, is that the Islanders have coach Barry Trotz. Last year, he figured out how to beat the Penguins, finally. And oh my god, the Penguins have like Matt Murray, but with goaltending is that Thomas Greiss and Leonard are like they are basically interchangeable in terms of stats. Islanders, they had a very shocking year. As I said, they were almost first in the Metro against even the defending champs in the Washington Capitals. I have to give an upset victory. I mean, obviously in light of, you know, or in the context of playoff experience, people are going to pick the Penguins. But this year, I'm leaning toward the Islanders, but it is going to be a hard-fought 7-game series.
I'm
imagining the Penguins are just like climbing on each other's shoulders into like a giant penguitron, like just like that much coordination.
You're talking Voltron, but with penguins.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I cannot imagine New Yorkers on an island having that much coordination, so I'm going with the Penguins.
Normally, my gut instinct would be to say Penguins, but this season they've moved around a lot.
Yeah, there were a couple points even where the Penguins were out of playoff. Were out of the wild card spot with that losing streak, but it was just a mid-season slump. The Penguins quickly got back in the swing of things.
They got back in the swing, but I feel like that slump could kick again, no matter what. No matter how good of a team you are, like no matter how many cups you have under your belt, you still have the chance to slump up. And I feel like even if they do make it to the second, I wouldn't want to like see them win.
But the thing is if they win the cup, this is 3 times in 4 years, and that's an official dynasty.
Yeah. But I think as a Penguins fan, I'm going with the Islanders. I think that would
That's
be more
crazy because like
that would be more exciting for me.
More people are going for Penguins than Islanders is what I see online. Wow, okay. So second rounds, I have the Flames and the Knights. Who do you guys have?
I'm literally just copying you.
I have the Flames and the Knights as well.
I have the Flames and the Sharks, so this will be an interesting fight.
So I picked the first place Flames over the Knights.
That's a bad move there, buddy.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, dude. The Vegas Golden Knights, you see, there's not much film on them, right? They've only been around for a year. They made the Stanley Cup last time. I think they're making it this time. I honestly would say they're winning it this time. Boom.
Yeah, plus Knights fight dragons, and dragons breathe fire, so clearly they're stronger.
I'm gonna give it. Oh, this is tough.
The thing with the Flames is that they had a dominant season. If it wasn't for the Lightning, Flames would be the story of the year.
I think I'm gonna give it to Flames, just because they have had such a great season, and.
But the only statistical advantage, I'm sorry for cutting you off, Reid, but the only statistical advantage the Knights have is the penalty kill. And in playoff hockey, I mean, sure, you're going to get penalties, but murder is basically legal. I mean, you're not going to see that many penalties. Every other advantage, I mean, the Knights, sure, they don't score many goals because they're a defensive-oriented team, but the Flames have a better defense. So, Flames. Is everyone done with that one then?
Yes, sir, man.
I said the Flames would win against the Sharks because, like, I'm gonna see a shark get burned alive.
Ouch.
Okay.
All right, someone's going to therapy after this one.
So up next
is 11 at night. No, I'm not.
You don't know when after, but it's gonna be after. So I have the Predators and the Blues.
I have the pedophiles and the Jets.
Who do you have, Ben?
I have the Stars because, like, I'm picturing like a sheriff that's like a sharpshooter and he shot the Predator versus a Jet, and I think the Jet would win.
I mean, the Jets, they're not a bad choice. It's just St. Louis is better than the Jets.
I mean, I'm picturing like an army jet, you know, like with guns on the wings. Yeah.
Well, you're thinking Jets versus
the
Predators?
sheriff is done for.
I mean, I think it's pretty easy, but a Jet just like would destroy Bill Cosby. It wouldn't even be much of a fight.
Oh my god!
Technical difficulties.
Who's having technical difficulties and why?
Well,
Bill Cosby is because he's in prison.
I'm sure not having technical difficulties. I'm picking definitely an upset in the Blues. I mean, the Predators are set for a the Predators are set for a deep run, but I think that a win against the Jets would definitely motivate the Blues.
I feel like the Blues are gonna go to the next round, the final of the conference. Yeah, words.
We're talking about fucking Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the Jets are already out in the scenario that I'm talking about.
Fuck you! They're going on to the conference finals fighting the Flames.
All right, so on to the Eastern Conference. I have the Lightning versus Leafs.
I just don't see a Leaf being able to stand up to a bolt of lightning here.
That's how fires happen.
They grow on trees, and trees are pretty fucking tall.
Plus, whenever I think of lightning, I think fondly of
lightning's going next.
And,
even against your Bruins?
Lightning would kill a bear. There's been justification.
But yeah, no, I said the bear would win, so yeah, Lightning versus bear. Yeah, Lightning's fucking winning.
Okay, so then the last of the second round, Washington versus the Islanders.
Washington versus Pittsburgh here, a repeat of the conference finals last year.
Classic series.
No, classic.
I said the Hurricanes would win and the Penguins would win, and in that scenario, I think the Hurricane would completely knock over the Penguitron. So,
rendering
it has been defeated.
I switched to Washington versus Penguins because I do want to see a repeat of last year's second conference game. That was really interesting for me to watch because both teams played really well, in my opinion. So I want to see if they keep the same level of play,
So who do you have winning then, Washington versus Pittsburgh?
Probably Washington again.
I got Pittsburgh winning this one here.
Oh, so you have Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay in the final.
Well, I think Pittsburgh, they lost to Washington last year. I don't think they're going to let it happen again. I think they're going to come back with a fury.
For me, the Hurricanes advancing because I'm using logic.
All right. So for me, I have the Capitals beating the Islanders. It's definitely going to be the Capitals versus their previous coach, and I don't see the Capitals losing with the players they have. So for the conference finals, I believe for the majority I have Calgary and St. Louis.
Yes.
I have the Golden Knights and the Jets.
Ooh, and Ben, I don't even know what you have.
Wait, what is it? Fuck.
The conference finals on the left.
Yeah, I have Fire versus Jet.
Okay, so who's winning that one then?
It's a fucking Jet. What are you talking about?
Explain your reasoning for this, because
seriously,
fire burns Jet, but Jet puts out fire, so it's like
jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
It's not steel beams.
I'm just saying the pilots of the Jets probably not going to be very affected by the fire in time for it to be put out. So I'm going with the Jets.
All right, fair enough.
So anyway, for us sensible people, I have Calgary beating St. Louis.
I have the Golden Knights beating the Jets.
Okay. So basically, whoever wins the second round goes to final. The second round for Knights versus Flames goes to finals.
Unless you're Ben, you choose the Sharks.
Oh yeah.
Which I mean, it's not a bad choice.
It's not a bad choice.
I would not be surprised if the Sharks beat the Knights, at all.
That was a hard choice for me. So.
Yeah. So then for the Eastern Conference final, I have obviously Tampa Bay beating Washington.
I want to see Tampa.
I have Pittsburgh beating Tampa Bay.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't watched much hockey this year, but what I have, I've seen some games. I've seen some Pittsburgh games, along with some depressingly bad Flyers games. And
Carter Hart.
As much as Carter Hart, as bad as the team has looked, playoff Crosby, playoff Malkin, God, those guys are just they turn up to a second gear up in the playoffs. I think they're gonna be enough to carry past the red hot Lightning. Well, blue hot Lightning because it's lightning and lightning is blue.
So Ben, you have the Lightning and the Hurricanes.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to work together to create a superstorm. And you know what? Jets cannot fly in bad weather. So I'm giving it to the team of the Lightning and the Hurricanes working together as one.
So who are you choosing?
Both of them.
Pick one, damn it!
Are you not listening?
I am listening!
They're the superstar.
I believe Hurricanes have lightning inside of them.
Yeah, well, extra lightning, bitch.
Then just pick the Hurricanes.
They're working together.
God damn it, Ben.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have technical difficulties real quick.
Okay, so who do we have in the Stanley Cup final matchup?
Flames versus Lightning.
The Las Vegas Golden Knights versus the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I have the Flames versus Lightning as well.
Jet versus Superstorm.
So Jets versus Hurricanes. I'm putting you down to Hurricanes in the video, yeah.
You're wrong.
No, I am very putting you down to Hurricanes.
God fucking damn it.
So, looking at the stats here for Lightning versus Calgary, I hope Flames fans enjoy faceoffs because that is the only advantage Calgary has. And Tampa Bay, what a season they had. If they don't win this cup, it is definitely a waste. What do you think about Pittsburgh and Knights, though?
You look at this. The Golden Knights, they're a very good defensive team. They score a little less than the Penguins. Their point differential is a little worse, though I'd say that's negligible, along with the face-off wins being 0.2. Though there will be little penalties, being that it's in the playoffs. Their penalty killing unit being better, one of the better penalty killing units in the league. I don't know. I really like the Golden Knights. I think they're a wild card here in the playoffs, and I think I'm going to take them to be the Stanley Cup champion.
Are you going to Vegas after this?
No.
Can I come?
Yes.
Yo, Vegas party! Let's go!
Vegas party!
So, Ben, who do you have winning the Stanley Cup?
The Superstorm.
So Carolina.
The Carolina Superstorm, brother.
The Hurricanes. So Ben chose the Hurricane. So I had Reid. Reid, who do you have?
I have Lightning.
Okay.
Yep.
So we have 2 Lightnings, 1 Vegas, and 1 Hurricane.
Well, 1 Superstorm.
Enter the goals scored in the Stanley Cup Final. So either 5 or 6 goals per game. So 5.5 times. I'm gonna give 6. I'm gonna give the final 6 games. So 5.5, 6. That would be 33. I'm just gonna put that in for me. How many goals do you think is gonna get scored?
35.
I feel like 3 a game is pretty average. So assuming they go the full amount, I'm gonna say 21. Just because I like to be somewhat logical with my assumptions.
Oh, and also Calgary versus Tampa Bay. This happened in 2004. That was the Stanley Cup Final then. Tampa Bay won that one.
Ooh. That was 14, 15 years ago, though. So I mean,
should we return after round 1 to see how our round 1 predictions have gone?
Yeah, we could see how it goes.
Sure.
All right.
Should we do an outro?
Yeah. So Danny, you can lead us through that.
Yeah. So guys, thank you.
Actually, no, Ben.
Okay. All right.
Thank you and bye.
All right. Guys, would you?